Guys, ahead of time, I don't have much of a voice. My two boys, 5 and 1 year old, have not been feeling very good. And they get germs that passes down to mom and dad, so I apologize ahead of time for my voice. Overall, was pleased. I felt like when we built up the 24-point lead with about 6 minutes to go, I thought we had played really well. Was encouraged by the way that we started the second half. And then we had some slippage there towards the end a little bit that we'll have to clean up. But, once again, our defense finishes at 43%, which is progress. We had 40% field goal percentage defense on Saturday, so we're starting to head in the right direction there. I really liked our camaraderie tonight. I thought our communication was pretty good, especially in the second half. And then we kind of whittled down at one point. They were shooting 64% from the field in the second half. We ended up getting it to 50, which is not good enough. But I did like our fight defensively. I liked our camaraderie tonight. I felt like we got better, which is really what it's about in February and March. You've got to get better every game. You've got to get better every day in practice. And I felt like we did that tonight.
Can you give us any update on DJ?
Won't know for sure until tomorrow. We'll take all precautions and we'll X-ray it. Obviously she gave him, meaning Annika Ludwig, our trainer, gave him the clearance to start the second half, so she didn't have any concerns about it structurally. It has limited swelling right now, so that's another good sign. But we'll do whatever's best for him, like we would for any guy that's in that situation from a health perspective. And in terms of our team, we've always got to be unconditional in that situation. And I like the response our team gave with him playing basically not at all in the second half to take the lead from 13 to 24 and almost double it. I thought our guys responded very well.
Tommy, it was nice to see you get to number 7 for the first time. You hit six different times, and finally got lucky number 7 tonight. Obviously, Northern played you guys one way a few days ago. Tonight, Toledo was playing the other way, and that opened up things for you and Nick.
Yeah, definitely teams are having to pick their poison. The Northern game really showed what will happen if teams play the perimeters and we can get it inside and our big men can work. They're really talented one-on-one players and can create their own shots. And then tonight, the bigs did a great job of adjusting to the game plan, and we knew that they were going to come with the post trap. So the bigs did a really good job of finding shooters on the perimeter, and the coaches really had us prepared that was probably going to be their game plan, and so I thought we executed pretty well.
How much does things change when DJ's not on the floor? He's been on the floor probably 98% of the minutes the last 2 years. How was it going through an extended stretch when he wasn't out there?
Well, obviously we had to adjust things a little bit offensively. And that's going to happen regardless of if it's DJ that can't play or Devon, or it's the same thing as if our bigs are in foul trouble. It hurts our team when we don't have every guy able to play. So obviously we just had to kind of sit down and toughen up and pick it up for him and kind of fill his void. So hopefully it's nothing serious and we'll be able to get him back, and because we're going to need everybody coming down the home stretch.
Coach, obviously Nick had to step in for DJ when he went out. How did you feel he did run an offense for you guys after DJ left?
I thought he did a pretty good job. I thought a couple times late, and he and I talked about this, he maybe could have adjusted the time and score a little bit better. But overall, 6 assists, 2 turnovers, 5 steals. He had a lot of the responsibility on Malcolm Griffin early. Then I thought TJ did a pretty good job on him, kind of picking up the slack there a little bit on him once Nick got into foul trouble. So he had a lot on his plate tonight, and I really liked the way he responded.
Evo, you kind of had a breakout series of games here. You look like you're playing with a lot of confidence right now. Can you talk about what you might be doing a little bit differently on the floor, or is it just you maturing as a player?
Probably what you said, maturing as a player, and a lot of the credit obviously goes to our guards because they've been shooting real well. So obviously that opens up stuff for our bigger guys. But gotta give a lot of credit to the guards.
Eva, could you just touch on the coaches, the teamness aspect that you guys showed tonight? Cooper basically only plays a half, and still you guys hand out 22 assists as a team. Talk about how you guys are finding open shooters or open players at the offensive end right now.
Like Coach said, it's just about being unconditional, and obviously we want Coop to feel well, but being unconditional.
You feel like things, whether it's spacing or timing, but the last 3 games, I think we've seen you guys in a pretty good rhythm that way in terms of finding open guys. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. I know we played Flow Buffalo and just kept moving the ball and kept sharing the ball. So, yeah.
Coach forced 18 turnovers tonight. Does that go right along with defense getting more pressure and playing a little
I
bit
thought we
better?
were active. I thought we were active on our inbound defense, full quarter underneath that of bounds. I thought our gap activity, in terms of helping one another, was pretty good. You know, obviously they got going a little bit there in the second half, and you know, it was a much more tightly called second half, so it was difficult to kind of, you know, adjust as they were putting their head down and driving it. But you know, overall, I think we were certainly the last 2 games better defensively than we had been prior, and that's what you got to have this time of year. You got to keep getting better, and I feel like we've done that in the last couple games, certainly defensively.
Coach, you mentioned Devo's ability and being able to shoot during MAC play, 7 of 10 again tonight. Why has he been so efficient offensively?
Well, I think he's pretty locked in right now, and I think that we have a good pace, and maybe the best word, Brian, would be like Jason was basically alluding to with the 22 assists on 27 field goals. Just a good synchronization right now offensively. You know, the other day I credited the guards. The guards just kept throwing it inside because that's what was there. Today, the guys, especially in the first half, we took 8 threes the other day in 40 minutes. And then today we took 16 threes and a half and made 7 of them. It was just a different, like Tommy said, a different type of game. And it's a good sign when your basketball team's able to recognize that and move the ball and have no ego and, you know, throw it to the hot hand or try to maybe take advantage of the way they might be playing something. We've done that 2 games in a row, and I think that's a good thing for us offensively. You know, we've just got to keep building our defense at this point.
Tom, you said after the Buffalo game that you wanted to see kind of a difference out of your teammates, moving forward. I mean, since then you guys are 4-1, had the big win against Ball State. What have you seen that's different about maybe your teammates since that game?
Oh, I think we just came together more as a team. You know, kind of put you know, kind of the past in our rearview mirror, and you know, realize that we can't change it, and we have to get on to the next game. You know, take it one play at a time, and you know, there's obviously going to be mistakes. We're not going to play perfect. There's going to be bad calls. There's going to be you know, missed shots, and so we just got to kind of get to the next play, and if we keep doing that game by game, you know, we'll start building, and you know, all those plays and then games will start stringing together, and we'll be able to play our best basketball as we're coming down the home stretch here.
Jason, need anything? All right, that's it.
Anything else?
Gotta ask you, your son overcame adversity and sickness to win the dance.
That's what I heard.
You're a little
I heard it was
upset at that
impressive.
point.
Although I heard some girl call it gyrations. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing when you're 5 years old. Said he's a good dancer and he gyrated. So I'm going to have a talk with my wife.